Digital accessibility isn't just a best practice anymore. It's a global legal requirement that ensures that anyone and everyone can use your application regardless of ability. But 95% of homepages still fail at least one accessibility criterion. And with new regulations taking effect, businesses can't afford to be a part of that statistic. So today, we're diving into what accessibility really means for developers, the key standards you need to know, and the technical elements that you should be focusing on. And yes, we'll touch on some of the legal stuff too, like the European Accessibility Act, which requires compliance with WCAG standards. No pressure, just some international law. So let's talk about the standards. The current version of WCAG, that's the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, is 2.2 with a target level AA compliance. It covers a wide range of user needs, and yes, it's more than just making your text bigger. Here are a few criteria to keep in mind. Focus indicators. These are visual cues that show which element has focus. They're essential for keyboard navigation, and honestly, with how much I usually have going on my screen, they're a lifesaver for me. Target size. Buttons and links need to be big enough to click easily, especially for users with motor impairments or those on touch devices. Tiny buttons are out, big friendly buttons are in. Drag and drop alternatives. If your UI relies on drag and drop, you need to offer an alternative like a keyboard-only method. Let's get into some of the nitty-gritty on implementation. With keyboard support, users should be able to navigate and interact with every element using only their keyboard. And let's be honest, most developers love to keep their hands on their keyboard and off their mouse as much as possible, so it'll make testing more fun. Logical tab order. The tab key should move focus in a predictable sequence, following the visual flow of the page. We're not trying to make the users play whack-a-mole. Focus traps. Avoid situations where users can tab into an element but can't tab out. Modals are notorious for this. When they close, the focus should return to where they started. Help your users out. High contrast ratios. Contrast is crucial for users with low vision or color blindness. WCAG requires a minimum ratio of 4.5 to 1 for normal text, and looks fine to me doesn't count as testing. There's a ton of websites and tools that make it easy to check. ARIA support. ARIA stands for Accessible Rich Internet Applications. It means adding semantic meaning to custom UI elements. For example, if you're building a custom slider, it needs to have the ARIA role of slider and attributes to indicate its value and range. Giving things clear names also makes things easier for devs coming back to look at the code later. Semantic HTML. Use native HTML elements first because they come with built-in accessibility. A button is better than a div pretending to be one. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. PDF auto tagging. Documents need some love too. Many legacy PDFs are just walls of text and screen readers can't read them. Auto tagging engines analyze the document and apply semantic tags like headings, paragraphs, and tables that transform inaccessible documents into structured, readable files. Give your PDF a makeover for screen readers. When choosing tools to build your applications, here are a few things to consider. Full document lifecycle. Does it support accessibility for both UI and document content? WCAG 2.2 AA compliance. Is it up to date with the latest standards? Outdated compliance is not good for anyone. Customizability. Can you tweak features to meet your specific needs? Performance. Does it deliver accessibility without slowing down your app? Whether you need the accessibility features or not, no one wants to see the loading spinner when it comes to testing. Use automated tools as a first pass, but always follow up with manual testing. Try to navigate your app with only a keyboard. Test it out with a screen reader like VoiceOver to understand the user experience firsthand. Accessibility, it's a journey, not a destination. And by focusing on elements like keyboard support, high contrast ratios, and document accessibility, you're building a more robust, compliant, and inclusive application. And remember, building for accessibility is building for everyone. That's why at Apryse, we strive to have out-of-the-box conformance. Check the link in the description to learn more about how Apryse can help you build inclusive and compliant digital experiences for everyone.